Hey again everybody, it's City of StarCraft here for another StarCraft 2 replay video slash commentary. We're playing on Zelnaga Caverns this time, and it is a 1v1. Down here in the bottom left is yours truly, Sidious, playing as the red Protoss. Up here on the top right, we actually have a Zig playing as the blue Terran, spiking his APM up way high at about 350 at the moment, with averaging 285. I guess I'm not as good at clicking stuff because I'm at 140 down to 48 and going back up there. Zelnaga Caverns is a pretty good map, especially good for 1v1s. There's a lot of good checkpoints you can utilize, good watchtower coverage for vision, and a lot of times you can actually sneak around, go inside the different bases and play in Terran, do some drops. Protoss, you kind of want to force them into the choke points and do as much damage as you can there. Production tab shows that he's actually decided to get we're getting the supply depot and the pylons about the same time. He is deciding, of course, to wall further inside of his base instead of, at the front door. Usually that'd be the case when you're playing against Protoss or another Terran. Same with me. If you're playing with Zerg, of course, you want to wall up at the ramp so that you can, protect against any type of Zergling run by things of that nature. And I'm playing around with the SCV here. Just trying to get as much scouting as I can because getting vision is imperative to have. And he's deciding to drop his gas down. That's what I wanted to get, was the timing of his gas, which is normal. It's going to be a little bit delayed. You kind of want to time your first gas about the time that your barracks finishes making. Just like in mine, the gateway and the simulator are about completely at the exact same time. So, usually what I do is at 13, I drop the gateway, 14, 15, then I drop my pylon, and then I drop my simulator. Other people might do the bill slightly bit different. He does actually have an idle SCV down here at the bottom. And I would also call you guys' attention again to the bottom left corner of your screen. It doesn't show it here, but if you're playing and you have an idle worker, it'll actually show a little icon right there to say, hey, this dude needs to get back to work and do something. He does actually have one Marine out. He's switching over, getting a tech lab onto his barracks. Probably going to get concussive shells, or more than likely at least stem pack for his ground army. Army size, I'm basically dominating him at 26 to 17. That's partially because I'm probing up a lot more. I got a lot more harvesters than saying about 6 higher than he is. But the same thing is he's got 2 production facilities to produce units from. So he can potentially get out a faster army and actually do a pretty quick attack if he decides to. Now I do like his supply depot placement. He puts them, of course, right in front of his geysers. This one probably can go up a little bit, and lowers them so, of course, they can walk across. But if, for instance, I was to come into his base, he can easily put them back up by hitting R and raise, and it'll just block them from being attacked a little bit. I do have 3, of course, Marines off the start here. I have 2 of my Zealots and 1 of my Sentries. Now, the reality is I should have actually rallied my troops over here to the ramp in case he decides to jump up here, so that I could force field down at the bottom, trap his units, take them out, and go from there. If where I'm at right now, if he decides to get to his base, he could easily run around and shoot my Zealots, because of course they don't have charge this early, and he's got ranged attack. So I am building 2 more gateways, so I'm going to do a 4-gate here. Of course, working on my warp gate technology. Definitely could use a front of this, which I do like that. Not much else going on over here. He's dropping his 3rd racks, getting 2 Marauders, because Marauders are definitely good against Protoss gateway units. Looks like he's researching combat shields and stem pack. Now, combat shields are very good, especially for the Marines, because it increases their HP, I believe, by 10, if I'm not mistaken. And a little bit more HP definitely means they can survive a lot more. And every little bit helps. But he is moving out here. Looks like it's bringing in a couple SCVs, looks like 3 of them here. So it's less miners, but it looks like maybe he's going to try to do a bunker wall in or something of that nature at the bottom of my base, which to each his own. You know, I guess if you can hold it off and it works for you, by all means. But if you invest all this money and your workers into doing this and it doesn't pay off, then you could of course be behind. Looking at the army size, you can see I have substantial increase in army compared to him. 56 to 38, so about an 18 supply more than he does. Now again, most of that is harvesters, and 9 of them are, so really I have 9 more supply worth of units. Really not a huge amount, but it is, as long as you stay ahead of everybody else, you definitely will find a big increase in what you've been able to do. Now he actually does decide to go for an expansion. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily suggest that, especially with not having a huge amount of harvesters anyways to resupply your army. He's thinking, I'm guessing he's thinking, I should say, that his little wall-in right here can prevent any type of move out from me so that he can secure this SCV up like crazy and then of course out macro me. But I do actually end up seeing his, he put the bunker I believe right here, or this might be it, I just scout down, yeah. And it's actually within range of me shooting at the top. He doesn't have vision of it, so I'm content. And then he decides to repair it. I'm not worried. The repairing is actually costing him minerals and gas. So the longer he just sits there, I'm content with it. I'm just going to build more of an army up. But he finally does move a couple units up to his high ground so he can see out there, which is a good idea. But he doesn't want to commit too much because he could lose a lot. And like I say, all I'm doing is biding my time, getting a few more units, letting my sentries get fully amount of energy on them, drop that guardian shield, and I'm just going to go and drop it. Move and shoot, move and shoot, move and shoot, good so that all my units can attack, and then go down and annihilate what little force I have down there. If you look at the units lost tab, he's lost 1,000 minerals worth. I've only lost about 500. And keep in mind, I still have a higher harvester count. So not only does he not able to resupply his units quicker, but he doesn't have much of an army to actually defend them. Now he's out of desperation, he's going to drop in 4 more barracks, or 4 more bunkers I should say. I should say correctly there. But if you look at it, the game is basically already over. 90 supply to 38, 39 supply. There's really no comparison in terms of the army count. Even if you get all 4 of these bunkers up and puts units in them, this army right here is pretty massive to be able to go in here and destroy everything. And of course he doesn't actually put people in there yet, so you might as well throw a couple of these out before they actually get people in them. As you can see, the Terran is about the way when it comes to the Protoss ball with that big of a ball there. And I sent actually 1 G-Lot up top to actually take out the SCV. And he decided to leave the game, not even a GG. Even though he tried to play something cheesy and block my ramp off, he doesn't even choose a GG. I had him on this one, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Look forward to casting another one for you guys. If you want to send some of your own replays to me, again, like I say, it's Sid's Replays at gmail.com. And I'll do my best to actually cast some of you guys as ones if you would like. So look forward to it next time.